Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Q&A. This week we have an interesting Q&A, and it has to do with calluses on your hands. There are all different things that you can do for calluses on your hands. Specifically in this question, we're going to look at ways you can avoid calluses, because that was the question that was posed. We'll come back and make another video about different things you can do to avoid or care for calluses as they come up. My opinion is if you're taking good care of your hands and your skin, you will avoid large calluses unless you're a person who just tends to throw large calluses. Some people just do that, and you have to really work on it. In the context of today's video, avoiding getting large calluses, I'll start with, if you're a person that will throw large calluses, you have to take extra care. You have to work on stretching that skin. You have to work on hydrating that skin, and you have to work on trying to keep those calluses from building up. So you might want something that, like sandpaper or a piece of pumice, that helps take some of those layers of skin down. It's going to be very, very similar to what you would see in, this is a terrible reference, but if you were to go and get a pedicure or something like that, where they come in and they'll take some of those high spots down on your foot, or look into the same thing on your hand. Just remove those really tall peaks. It will keep them from being caught and pulling. If you're not a person who throws really hard calluses all the time, you're just going to have easier time. One thing you can do initially is to work on something that will protect your skin, like a grip or a glove. That will help you out a little bit. There's some really good ones out there that work really well, and they will help you out a lot. Kind of get what you pay for. Cheaper ones are not going to be as effective. The next thing you can work on is making sure you're hydrating that skin up. So if you have dry hands, you have a better chance of your skin not being as flexible, as stretchable as it could be if it were well hydrated. So look into some sort of a cream. I like Working Hands. It does a great job. It doesn't leave my hands all gummy, but everybody has their own little thing. So go ahead and look into that. The next thing you can look at for avoiding calluses is stretching, mobilizing that skin. So if you have someone who doesn't move their hand very much and they build up and they're pulling on this skin here all the time, it eventually will start to create some sort of tight area up here. If you can take those fingers and stretch them one by one and work that skin so that it moves, you get it to pull back down and kind of relax, you can avoid some of that. It's not going to be perfect for everybody, and it may be really uncomfortable, but it's something you can do on top of trying to hydrate that skin and then trying to keep those areas from building up. So that's my answer for the Q&A. If you guys have any questions on this anymore, please let us know, and we'll get after those as well.